No.
How many people here watched X-Men?
Sorry, I haven't yet.
The 2 new episodes?
I watched one episode, but I'm watching the second one. I actually have the second one on right now.
Honestly,
watching it as we're streaming.
Honestly, I wasn't going to, but being that you said that you didn't mind the first 2 episodes, I might give it a chance.
The only thing I really couldn't complain about is the they them morph. Other than that, it wasn't bad.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Cyclops had really cool scenes where he's like moving himself with optic blast, which was pretty cool. I like that the Friends of Humanity is actually diverse. I thought they would have been all white, but no, there's people of all different backgrounds in the Friends of Humanity, which was interesting because, you know, in today's day and age, I thought they would have just went with the standard white man as the Friends of Humanity, but you know, it's everybody.
Know what I hate about your kind? You act like you got it so bad. Normal people have it hard too. Harder. We just have the dignity not to whine about it. You see? It's the whining. I hate your whining just as much as I hate you.
Got black guys in there, Latino guys, Asian guys, white dudes.
To be fair, Flash, no, you're right, but the opening scene is a Latin person being abused by a white man, and then Cable and Storm come in to save him.
Cable and Storm come in to save him.
Whole announcement stick didn't go over so well, did it?
Pardon me, Bishop, for striving to resolve matters peacefully.
So I started I was like, uh-oh, here we go. And then it got normal because then suddenly Jean Grey is talking about her son inside the womb. It's like, okay, well, so they're not calling it an it, or like, we'll name it, we'll gender it later. We'll let it decide its own gender. Like, you know what I mean?
The animation is jarring as well. The animation it takes a minute to get used to. I'm not a fan of the animation.
I like the animation. It's very fluid. It's very interesting. It's not great.
The thing for me is that this is a trope for sort of Disney, is that the first 2 episodes, they might be good. The last 2 episodes might be good. The middle stuff, that's where it might end up falling down.
It's not just Disney. It's also a lot of stuff. Yeah, you just described Godzilla Monarch or whatever, Legacy of Monarch. That's so, it was like one interesting first episode, and then the last episode's fine, and the middle is just a giant tease. It's just a tease, like it's a waste of time. It's not just Disney, but you're right. It's like a lot of shows do that. You know, they'll launch a great pilot, and then they'll have a great cliffhanger, and then the middle shit is just like a waste of time. You know,
it seems that it's one of the rare occasions that both scores line up.
Well,
hey,
you don't see it that often.
You do.
I'm gonna watch it. I'll give it a watch.
You do
on
see
stuff like this, though. I mean, usually stuff like this is.
Yeah, you've got one side that's
a little bit,
negative, one side that's really positive.
I did a deep dive into this, and it's more common than you think. People,
that we could talk about that another time. This.
I'll watch it this week as well as.
I would wait. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going with it because I've already. It's going to just be Inferno.
To be honest with you, I was kind of like the audience. I'm kind of waiting to see what you guys say about this shit before I get into it.
Like that too.
Before I ever recommend it to anybody, I would need to see at least a couple more episodes, because what is the standard thing with Disney Plus? You'll see a lot of these shows. First episode, second episode are okay, and then it just goes off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're only on the second episode here. I will not be shocked if this show just runs into the ground.
You know what's funny about this is, like, let's just say for playing let's play devil's advocate for a minute, and say that the show doesn't run into the ground, and that kind of supports the argument that we were talking about last week, where what if the possibility of this DeMeo guy was that he was kind of based and he didn't want to fucking budge on certain things more so than not, and he butted heads with all the people who wanted to make this more.
I don't know, man. We'll never know.
And I know that was the remote possibility, but I mean, because he was the only reason I bring this up, Lofty, is because he was the guy that was working on Witcher and got fired along with that when
you were trying to tell me that he was the reason why the show's going to suck ass.
I thought that too, but now I said there's always that possibility, and this is what I do for a living, man. This is what I do for Andre. I look at all the angles.
I know
the angles.
Well, it's definitely a possibility, Tom.
And I did bring this up last week. I said it was a possibility that this guy isn't the fucking
I'll be right back.
Sorry, but yeah.
Well, look.
All right, I have a question about the show. So how's the voice acting considering they switched out to like a third of the characters?
I don't love Wolverine. Flash, what do you think of Wolverine? I'm not a huge.
I think the guy hasn't acted in a long time.
I know.
He's just old, but he still did okay.
Yeah, but Cyclops is great. Great, fantastic. I think.
Definitely don't like the new Jubilee. Doesn't fit, especially since the old actress is there. It's dumb to replace her.
Is that because
that was my question? Was more for the replacements. Like, yeah, how did they fit?
Is that because she's not
the new Cyclops is good?
How'd scum like you get your hands on Sentinel technology?
What? You freak shows think we wouldn't find a way to evolve too? Take his visor before he starts up again.
No, don't! I surrender. Not.
Isn't that the guy who did the He-Man from the 2000 series doing the voice?
I
sounds
think so.
familiar.
Actually,
I was gonna say, what is his name? Is it Cam Clark or something like that? I think I'll have to look it up here. Hang on.
Storm's
is
good.
Is Gambit the same voice actor?
He's great. Oh, I don't know.
He's
great though.
Does he sound all right?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
It's just Gambit.
The Rogue voice actress, somebody in the chat. Yeah, I do. You can. She sounds a lot older now too.
It does.
But I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah,
people's voices change as they get older. So
yep,
yeah,
very true.